Hello, welcome back to the channel. I got asked to do a special video today, hence why you guys are seeing this. I was asked by, y'all know him, as the guy who always dies first in Among Us, Z-Dog. He asked me to take a look at a ranking to do on my own time, made by the Death Battle Daily Matchups, Blue Sky, and social media team. They made a tier list of all their matchups, but I'm not going to cover every single matchup because I don't have enough time for that, nor do I know all the characters, since I'm doing this by myself right now. So I'll cover some matchups today, and if you guys want me to resume this, I'll try to ask if any of the team members want to join me, maybe, for a future part. I think I'll cover just 10 to 15 matchups if I recognize them. I also added in a special tier list for episodes that already happened because there's over 300 episodes or so. But first of all, thank you to Z-Dog for allowing this. And also thank you to the team behind Death Battle Daily, such as Kodo. You reached out to me via Blue Sky when I asked you if it was cool for me to do this video. Special shout out to you guys. And if you also worked on this, feel free to let me know down below. But, as Maximilian has once said, alrighty, we have a lot of different matchups to take a look at today. Bowser Eggman. Let's start with this one. It already happened. It was a really good episode, though. But that's why I have a tier above this, because this episode already happened. And speaking of, it's not out yet by the time this is recording, but I'm going to put Swan versus Ghost Rider here, too. Because why not? Luz versus Anne. I really like this one. I don't know much about the shows themselves, but I think this is really cool. I think it could be cool either hand-drawn or done in 2D sprites. I think it's a really fun idea, and I've seen fan battles take on it, which I really quite like. Y'all should check it out down below if you can. I'm going to say yes. Not exactly it's time for a death battle because this is more of a Z-Dog episode than a Sean episode. So, but it's still a yes episode. Raven versus Marceline. Okay. I like Raven because I'm a fan of Teen Titans. Marceline sounds cool to get on the show in general. But against each other, I'm going to say it's ridiculous. Because I feel like if this was specifically comics versus cartoon, it is ridiculous. But if you are like, oh, this is just strictly Teen Titans, Raven, then okay, yeah, I like it. If it's Teen Titans Go, Raven, fuck off. That show sucks. Mysterio versus Scarecrow. I didn't know this one could be fun. It's the Marvel vs. DC equivalent of Madara Aizen, I feel like. Could be a lot of fun. I'll give this a yes. I think it's a really cool concept. It just depends on how it's executed. Ooh, Kano versus Juri. I love this idea. I think it would be really fun. Plus, Kano's one of the few original Mortal Kombat characters that has been in an episode. And against Juri, it could be fun. The meta could be hilarious. I think this matchup is really cool. So, it's time for a death battle between these two. Captain America versus Captain Falcon. I like it, but I'm going to go with it's ridiculous. Primarily because Cage versus Falcon is just so good. I don't think Captain Falcon is going to have a better episode. I think Captain America can have a better episode, but not Captain Falcon. Ooh, Bendy versus Cuphead, though. Time for a death battle. Duh. It's really cool, and Bendy's hitting new stuff anyway. Underrated episode. I want to see it. Duke Nukem versus Johnny Bravo. I can definitely see the comedy potential of this, but as an actual fight potential, it's kind of eh. But I do think it could be funny. That's right, Boomstick. It's a comedy matchup. Sans versus Nakito. No. Just no. Look. Sans and Death Battle. Cool. That sounds fun. For Danganronpa to get on the show? No. Not Nagito. There are cases for way out more characters in this one. No. Elsa versus Frozone. Okay. I think Elsa would be cool to get on, but is it really enough for Frozone, like material-wise? Probably. I mean, they've covered games and materials that don't have like one issue of anything. I'm gonna go high up, and it's ridiculous and it's absurd, but I think it could be fun. I think this is Iron Taiga versus Potemkin, right? That's what it looks like? I could be wrong, though. But if it is, give me a yes. Yes, I think it could be really fun. 2D grapple fight. Adam Eve versus Gwen Tennyson. I blame the Ben 10 fans for this, but I don't want Ben 10 ever on the show again. Not after last time. Y'all need to chill. Which sucks because I think it could be fun, but the fandom kills this one for me. Patrick Star versus Kirby. That's right, Boomstick. Another funny comedy idea that I can get behind. Especially with how absurd both their lore and feats are. I think this could be hilarious. Okay. Green Lantern versus Nova. I have to ask, is this John Stewart Green Lantern or just Green Lantern in general? Because if it's John Stewart, then it's time for a death battle. Fuck yeah. If it's like, say, I don't know, like Jessica, then I would put it lower. But I'm going to assume you guys are meaning John, because John was my childhood Green Lantern. I'm going to say it's time for a death battle. This one could be fun. And, of course, childhood memories. There was one I was really into earlier. I'm trying to find it. Like, was it lower down? Where the f is it? Oh, yeah, let me knock this one out of the way. We have Wesker versus Armstrong, the better version of this fight. End the discussion. Oh, here it is. This is the matchup. This is the matchup I was talking about earlier. Michael versus Dallas. Low-key, I really like Payday. And I think Michael is a really underrated character from GTA 5. And it's not the first time I heard them someone pitting a GTA character against a Payday character. I know someone made a trailer for Trevor versus Hoxton. But I kind of vibe with this one more because of the whole leader concept. And I think it could be cool if you find a way to include some of their heist gang members. I think it's time for a death battle with this one. I think this one really is fun. I think there's a lot of ways to make this work, especially in a heist-like fight. Trafalgar Law versus Bruno. I kind of like this one. When I played Jump Force, I really thought Law was underrated. He was a really fun DLC character to have, and I think Bruno's abilities could make this a lot of fun for an animation potential. Same with like Law's rooms. I don't know who wins any of these fights, by the way, but I think this one just could be quite enjoyable. Jerry versus Melina, though. I'm going to put her right next to Kano versus Jerry. I also really like this one. I think Jerry on the show would be insane, but here's the thing. I think Kano versus Jerry sounds like a better fight. But for banter and dialogue, I think Jerry works better against Melina. But I like them both extremely equally. Little Mac versus Ippo. Primarily for Kier. I'll put it in there for Kier. You got one, buddy. Mario versus Sonic. Already happened. Twice. Cole Cassidy versus Aaron Black. Top of its time for a death battle. Give me a Western fight. This is such a good one. I want it so bad, man. It's one of my most wanted episodes of all time. Just give me this. Give me a Western fight and I'll be happy. Naruto versus Luffy. I'm going to say yes. I know a lot of people aren't into this as an ideal opponent for Luffy, but it could be so much fun. Especially when I first saw this matchup picking more traction up. Baron Mode versus Gear 5 would be a lot of fun. Just from an animation perspective. Holy. Alucard versus Makima. I'm going to go in I'm going to leave it in the Sunderwhelming tier. Mostly because I really thought that other episode was really good. And I think it's a cool concept. But I don't know execution-wise how it would work. So, Sunderwhelming for this one. Mario versus Star-Lord. Okay. The whole Chris Pratt joke, I get it. I will say it is ridiculous and absurd. In a funny way, though. I'll talk about this one. This one kind of caught my eye a little bit. Garnet versus Skips. I think I might put it here. I think it could be a cool fight idea. It's just that how does Garnet beat Skips' longevity in life and immortality? Because regular shows are really nuts. Kira versus Carolina. I'm gonna give it Sunderwhelming. Because Carolina versus Meta was just really, really good. And I don't know if Kira would be the best fit for Carolina. I know there was also like Alexandra from Assassin's Creed, but it's weird doing characters with magnet powers. Okay, I see one. We can talk about it real quick. Gura Gura versus SpongeBob SquarePants. I'm actually gonna put it here. This is a topic I want to talk about on Lads, like talking about VTubers in Death Battle, because Death Battle likes to look at lore and feats and everything, and with VTubing, like every VTuber has some sort of lore for their characters in so many different ways. I don't know what Girl's lore is, but it'd be interesting to learn about. I think it could be just an episode you just realize how absurd lore can be for VTubers. This one. I sigh at this one. Because it's the Hajime, what he turns into, versus Miram. I like Miram a lot. I really do. But I think this is just absurd. It's not going down here, mostly because Miram's my favorite Hunter x Hunter character. That's pretty much it. It's just absurd to me. Cell versus Metal Sonic, though. I'm gonna put in a That's Right Boomstick. I'm not really much of a Dragon Ball guy, nor have I played Sonic games, but I think this one could work very well. And well, depending on who you get to voice either of these two, it could go really hard. Barbie versus Peach. I think I'm gonna put it here. Barbie has a lot of stuff, y'all. In case some of you have never seen the Death Battle cast, there's a lot to go over. Luigi vs. Pac-Man. This is definitely more of a Z-Dog episode. Again, as we talked about with Luz vs. Ann. So it'll go right next to Luz vs. Ann for yes. I want it for Z-Dog's sake. Because he's my boy. Ooh, Azula versus Tai Lung. That sounds really cool. I kind of like it. I love the theming of it. The fight could go really, really hard. And the soundtrack sounds like a fun mixture of Avatar and Kung Fu Panda music, just made beautifully. So, I kind of want this one. Quite a bit. You've piqued my interest, whoever came up with that one. Cyborg versus The Thing. I'm gonna give it a yes. I like Cyborg. I don't know if Thing's the right option, but I think Ben is the closest fight Victor will have compared to any other opponents I thought of. Because I thought about asking the lads to do Aegis versus Cyborg, but then I realized, no, Cyborg hacking go burr. The end. Well, yeah, I think Ben stands a really good chance. Sephiroth versus Aizen. I like Madara versus Aizen quite a lot. But I'll put it in That's Right Boomstick. I think this one could be fun. And probably a Bleach victory. I don't know. It's not going to top Madara versus Aizen in my heart. I'm sorry, but I like the idea quite a lot. Zuko versus Sub-Zero. I've heard Z-Dog talk about this one. And after some convincing, I kind of want it. I think this is Bihan specifically. Like Bihan Sub-Zero. Which kind of makes sense for like the theming and story. Plus, well, I think Kier wants a better Sub-Zero episode than what he got. So there's that. Ooh, Gordon versus Isaac Clarke. I've heard Bill talk to high praise about this one. And I can get behind it quite a lot. Mallow versus Cloud. I find it funny, but fuck no. I think it's hilarious, though. Fuck no. Give me more Mallow first. Then I'll consider it. Patchy versus Sierra. I'll put it here. I know vaguely of Sierra from Total Drama, but I don't know a lot. I can't really base it off anything if this one works at all. Saitama versus Squirrel Girl. Again, a lot of comedy. I'll put it in that's right. I think it could be funny. But because like it'd be fun to learn about Squirrel Girl. Saitama, didn't really care for him. His analysis was cool in his original episode, though. I'll say that much. Nosferatu versus Big Josh from Garden of Banban. Stay right there, man. No one wants to see more Garden of Banban. I'm tired of seeing it. It releases almost every year like Call of Duty does. Indiana Jones versus Jack Sparrow. I've heard a lot of interesting talk about this matchup. I think it could be a lot of fun with all the movies and whatnot. One thing I would want in this fight, though, just the run Jack Sparrow does when he's running away from Indy's gunshots. That'd be hilarious. Teddy versus Gex. It's funny because I have Persona 4 music playing. Fuck no. Solely because I don't really like Teddy that much. I'm sorry. I couldn't really get into him. Like his story arc. He's not as bad as Morgana, but still. No one should have to suffer for Teddy. Goku versus Kratos? Or is this Vegeta versus Kratos? I think it's Vegeta because of the M on the forehead. But still, fuck no. Kratos vs. Asura just came out, like, weeks ago. And Vegeta already had his episodes. No thank you. Alright, we'll do one more for today and then we'll call it. I want to end off a high note so bad. I really do. But unfortunately, we're ending off with Rouge versus Wario. Which I'm going to put at underwhelming. It could be interesting, but I think... Well, Wario the Idiot was a lot more comedy, but this one... I can't really see anything, like, interesting happening. But alrighty, that does it so far for the Death Battle Daily Matchups tier list. Again, I can't rank all of them because I don't know all the characters. Some characters I recognize, but their opponents, I don't. Let me know what y'all think down below. Of course, the tier list will be in the description down below, as well as the social media account for Death Battle Daily. Thank you to them for allowing me to do this video. With that being said, thank you much for watching. I will see you all later.